about this, but Women's Month may have ended just yesterday, but the fight against gender-based violence continues. At the same time, the fight for gender equality and salary parity must also move forward. Dr. Patience Mlengana is a remarkable woman who has authored the book, Living Triumphantly. It encouraged women, of course, to journey through life, society, work and business in triumph. The author joins me now. Dr. Patience Mlengana, thank you for your time and good morning.
Good morning, Tumela. Thank you so much for having me, and good morning to your viewers.
It's a pleasure having you. And, you know, we're having you, Doc, at the back of the devastating, events that we've all witnessed just yesterday. Women, of course, were amongst those dead, men, children. I mean, upon hearing of those devastating events, I can only imagine how all of us as South Africans, the African community, were feeling.
Firstly, I would like to say my sincere condolences to all the families that are really have experienced this. But the scripture that comes to my spirit right now is a scripture in Isaiah that says, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will raise a standard against him. And I believe that we should just have hope for our nation. This is the time where we can think that God will do something incredible for our nation. He has done it in Rwanda during the genocide. Today they're thriving. And I think we just have to hold on to that flame of hope that can shine bright for our nation.
Absolutely. I think everyone affected, the loved ones, the families, are holding on to that hope. And I think that's why your book title, Living Triumphantly, also comes, titled at a time like this, where we all, want to take what we've learned yesterday, but with our own lives as well. And also with the conversation I had with Betty Mkacha around the challenges still faced by women entrepreneurs in the South African landscape. Those challenges still very much present. But for you with this book, who did you write this book for? What is it about?
Hillary Clinton says women are the reservoir, the largest reservoir of talent in the whole world. And when I wrote this book, I wanted to give women hope, something that women can wake up every morning and read and be ready to face the day and know that they can do all things through Christ. Because when you empower a woman, you empower the world. We are the one that shapes our children's destinies. We shape our leaders. So I wrote it I had women in mind, but the amazing thing is there's a lot of men that are reading this book.
Right.
And it gives so many people hope, and it is just a blessing.
It is. You were telling me as well that men were also saying, listen, we're also getting a copy of this book, irrespective of it being pink and, being very feminine. We're still getting a copy for our loved ones, for ourselves, because it speaks to everyone, really. Yes. But you also speak about the role that women play. And as we think about societal factors, it takes me back to the women of 1956 and the work that they have done in making sure that we are where we are today. How important is it for you to also highlight the strides they have made?
You know what? I think of women like my mother, who has shaped who I am today. Women like Charlotte Maxeke and Lillian Goyi, Albertina Sisulu. 1956, they marched against all odds. More than 20,000 women. You can imagine the courage that they have. Against all odds, they marched for our own future. To prepare, to pave the way for us. And I think we have a responsibility, even ourselves today, to change the trajectory of a girl child of South Africa. We have that responsibility. But if we don't pause and reflect and appreciate what they have done, we cannot see the future.
Right.
We have to pause and number the things that they have done for us to be where we are. We still face lots of struggles. Equality, we are far from, achieving it, but we are somewhere. We are not where we used to be. And even with gender-based violence and all that, but I believe that we are empowered to do anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Ma, because this is such and I think a very intentional title, Living Triumphantly, for anyone who wants to get a hold of the book. The book is all year daily devotional, so it's almost as if you also challenge everyone to do the best that they can, to challenge themselves to live triumphantly. And I appreciate you coming on to studio and talking to us about the book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. That's Dr. Patience Mlengana, author of Living Triumphantly, as we close off, of course, Women's Month, and get out of the bubble of celebratory, events. We still have the rest of our lives to continue living triumphantly.